Welcome to today's edition of In the Post. I'm Daniel Rappaport. He's Zach Peerless. We're here on the court of Welsh Ryan Arena after another tough loss for Northwestern men's basketball team. Today, the final score was 69-67. They lost to a good Ohio State team, but the story today was D'Angelo Russell, freshman point guard for Ohio State. He had 33 points today, was really in control all day, and he was a difference, I think, pretty clearly.
Yeah, just down the stretch, D'Angelo Russell just continued to hit shots. Early in the game when Ohio State was really struggling, he was basically the only guy that could do anything offensively, I thought. He never ever forced a bad shot, I didn't think. And we talked to Trey Demps afterwards. He's so quick, you can't really get really close to him, he'll blow by you. But he's just an incredible shooter, an incredible player, and just a freshman. He'll definitely be making a lot of money pretty soon.
Yeah, I think he's just very versatile. You know, he's a big guy. He's a bigger point guard than normal. So I think he's around 6'4". He's got that quick trigger, very quick release, good passer. He's the total package, and I think no matter what Northwestern tried to throw at him, and they threw a lot. They threw a number of different defenders. There was Debs for most of the night, but they threw Lindsey on it at one point. Law got put on the floor by a crossover, but he tried his best. No matter what Northwestern did, he was making shots all night, contested threes, open threes, driving to the hoop, mid-range jumpers, and he was a difference. Northwestern doesn't have a player like that who can take over when the team is stagnant, and that's exactly what Russell did tonight. He's the reason why I think Ohio State won the game. But what we should talk about is there were two really controversial non-goaltending calls. One in the first half, Scotty Lindsey had a layup that was blocked. It was pretty close right off the back, but in the second half, it seemed to be a bit more of an egregious non-call. Trey Demps had a layup at the hoop that it appeared to us, we had a decent look, hit the backboard, but for whatever reason, no call, and you saw Collins went crazy after that.
So definitely that one, the first half probably won't be talked about as much, but it was pretty important as well. Northwestern was up big at the time. They really came out the gate strong. It was 10:38 left in the first half, and Scotty Lindsey got open on a great backdoor cut, had a reverse layup that the students right behind the basket thought it was goaltending. We didn't have a great view of it, but the general consensus was it was goaltending, and that really turned the tide. Welsh Ryan, which actually had a pretty good atmosphere tonight.
Pretty loud,
yeah. Some of the energy just got really sucked out with that non-call. Tough non-call. Another tough one that didn't go their way was later in the second half. That one we did have a really good look at, and Trey Demps, pretty adamant. You know, he thought it was a goaltending. Chris Collins, obviously we saw go insane, thought it was goaltending, and down the stretch, that's a tough one that Northwestern just didn't get.
Yeah, it's easy to pin the loss on that one play, but the truth is Northwestern had every opportunity to win this game and make a late comeback. I think Ohio State, they shot 44% from the free throw line, and they missed, I think, 3 or 4 one-on-ones down the stretch that really would ice the game, but they missed, and Northwestern kept getting opportunities, and they had good looks too at the rim. Lindsey had a look. I know Demps had a look. There were some open shots that just wouldn't fall, and that's been the story in Big Ten play with this team. It's, you know, every night there's something that if this just would have happened, if this shot would have fallen, but for whatever reason it's not meant to be, and you're only as good as your record. I'm a firm believer in that, and Northwestern is 1-5, so it's a tough start. Yes, they could easily be, you know, 4-1, 3-2, but they're 1-5, and they trudge along. But these tough losses have got to be getting to them, especially this young team. It's going to be tough for it not to be discouraging. Yeah,
especially just, you know, the team's so young. They go, you know, obviously the ups and downs of an entire college basketball season is completely new for guys like Vic Law, Brian McIntosh. These losses are obviously really hard to swallow, but I think they've got to realize it's all part of the process. They're young. They're hopefully going to have 3 more years here, and I think that it's all part of the process. They're going to learn a lot from these games.
Next game, I believe, is against Maryland. We'll see if another great freshman point guard that McIntosh will have to match up against, Melo Trimble. We'll see if Northwestern can get that, which would be an incredible win on the road. Maryland's a very good team. For In the Post, I'm Daniel Rappaport.
I'm Zach Peerless.
See you guys later.